If you're a singer and you want to improve the sound of your singing, you want to sound more open, more powerful, more expressive, then vowel training is a must practice. You know the way we produce the sound in the 5 vowels, A, E, O, U. So these 5 vowel sounds, the way we produce it can drastically affect the way our song sounds. Now for example, if I want to sing Alai Payude, I would sing it like this. Alai Payude Kanna En Manam Alai Payude. Now here I was trying to open up all my vowels. I was trying to make each syllable sound open and clear. But if I don't use the right technique for this, I may sound like this. Alai Payude Kanna En Manam Alai Payude. So how was this sound? It was more nasal. It was not open enough. And the clarity was missing in the voice, right? So in today's video, I'm going to talk about voice production on each of the 5 vowels. Okay, so how to produce the sound on the vowels. And second, I'm going to talk about breath support, how to connect your vowels with your nabhi and produce that nice open sound. And third, I'm going to show you how to sustain that open sound across multiple notes. So stay with me till the end of this video. I'm Pratibha Sarathy and you're watching VoxGuru's YouTube series. If you enjoy our videos, please hit that subscribe button right away. It'll really make my day and it'll keep me motivated to keep coming up with great videos for you. So totally we have 5 vowel sounds, right? A, E, O and U. So out of these there is one vowel which is more important than the others, and if you master that one vowel, then it will become easier for you to handle the others. So A is the most important vowel out of the 5. That's why we practice so much of akaram, right? Akaram is always the starting point of vowel training. It helps us open up our voice on the whole. Okay, so I'm going to spend a little extra time on A first and then we'll talk about the other vowels. Okay, so this A sound, when you sing it on a note, how should it sound? It should sound like this. So first of all, when you're singing A, your mouth has to be open nicely. Okay, like so this much of gap has to be there. It should be at least a 2-finger gap. Okay, that is your measure. So you can check whether you are opening your mouth enough. You should not sing it like then it will sound like it will not sound like ah. Okay, so I want a nice kind of sound. Okay, so that is the first thing. The second point, before you produce the sound, you have to get enough breath support. Okay, so you have to nicely push your abdomen out and inhale at the same time. And the inhale has to be such that you open your mouth and inhale like this. It should be as if you are about to yawn. So it should be a nice deep inhale. Okay, and at the same time your abdomen has to be pushed out. So that clear inhale process has to happen before you produce the sound. And then when you start singing, you have to make sure your voice is sounding very open. Okay, like it should not sound nasal like If you are hearing a nasal sound, then it means either you have not taken a breath properly or you are allowing the breath to escape through your nose. So when we sing akara or any vowel, nothing should escape from here. So if I close my nose and sing like now this will automatically be an open sound because I am physically preventing any air from coming out through the nose. But obviously you cannot keep singing like this, right? So even when you are not physically blocking your nose, you have to imagine that your nose is blocked. You will not allow any air to pass through here. So your sound will always be like and not okay. So try to compare the two. try to produce as deep a sound. Feel the connect with your nabhi, your diaphragm. Okay, so feel that deep connect. You can clearly sense that sound versus which is a very shallow sound. It is not coming from the nabhi. So now let us try to sing Sarigama Padanisa with A, following all the steps that I mentioned. So first we inhale. Now as you go higher, there is a bigger chance for you to get nasal. You may start off properly, but you see how I got nasal as I went higher? That is a very common problem I see among students. So especially once you have crossed those lower notes, you have to be more alert to maintain that open sound. You have to use your vocal registers. You should not, try to shout the notes. So, so that is a nice open sound. So that was the A sound, and we have tried some basics with that. Now let us apply the same thing to the E sound. Now when we sing E, this is not as open as the A, right? A was easier to project because your mouth is quite open. But when we say E, we have lesser space to work with. So it will take a little more effort for us to bring that open sound. So we need to again push abdomen. E. You see how I am trying to connect it with my nabhi? I am not singing like E. That is a shallow sound. That is a nasal sound. You have to make it sound like E. Okay, try to compare the sounds. And now let us try Sarigama Padanisa with E. Focus more on the technique. I am not teaching you the notes here. I know that you are aware of the notes. We are focusing on the technique and how to produce the sound. Okay, so E. Also notice how I am giving a gentle breath pulse on every note. I am not singing it like E. I am not connecting it like that. I am doing E. I am giving that breath support for every note. So if you give that clear pulse between the notes with your breath, then you can produce a more open sound. Now let us try the same with A. Okay, so A, how do you pronounce it? A. Whatever may be the sound, whether it is A or E, there should be a big enough cavity. You should not sing it like A without opening your mouth. Okay, you have to make it like A. That much of space has to be there here. If you don't open your mouth enough, then nobody can help you in producing that clear sound. Okay, so whatever may be the sound, your mouth has to have a big enough cavity. You have to see that in the mirror. Check whether you are able to see a nice gap in your mouth. You should not be biting your teeth and singing. Okay, now let's sing all the notes. And then we move to the next vowel, which is O. So how do you produce a nice open O? Again, you have to inhale deeply. O. Okay, make sure your jaw is relaxed. It should not be very tight. You should not do like O. You should not like tighten your lips or your jaw or anything. Try to find a relaxed position. So also practice what kind of position, how do you want to place your mouth so that it is comfortable for you. So now we try to sing the notes with O. O. So practice this repeatedly until you get that smooth tone. Okay, O is slightly unnatural, right? A, E was easier because the mouth position was more relaxed. But now we have to be like that for a long time. So that is a little more challenging. You have to get used to the smooth sound. And then finally we conclude with oo. So the oo sound, again very small cavity, right? Similar to the E. In fact, it is smaller than the E also. So now you have to be careful to produce an open sound. Okay, deep breath. So make sure it doesn't sound nasal like okay, that's a nasal sound. We don't want that. What we want is now the notes. So until the uppers are, try to maintain that open sound. So practice these individual vowels many times with the basic Sarigama Padanisa. First practice that really well. Correct all your mistakes in that itself before you move on to any other exercises. So hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll start focusing on this very important aspect of vowel training. It will really make a world of a difference to your singing. So if you want to learn more about this in a very practical way with professional guidance, then please come join my live voice culture course. I have a very detailed curriculum for you where we focus on all these important aspects and we help you realize your mistakes and correct them then and there. So it's going to be a very eye-opening course for you. So if you want to join us, just drop us a WhatsApp message. I've shared the link in the description. So just say hi and we'll send you all the details. And if you want to explore some of my self-learning courses, I have plenty of those for you as well. So right from Carnatic to voice culture to ear training to Hindustani basics, there is plenty of stuff for you to explore. I have shared the link of the app also in the description. So go explore it and I'll be eagerly waiting for that WhatsApp message from you. Take care and see you soon.